Tony was stunned to see the wealthy woman using a crane to lift a flower pot. Completely confused, he decided to go over and see what was happening, but the moment he got close, his immense strength created a powerful gust of wind, blowing the woman off her feet. Fortunately, Tony reacted swiftly, catching her just in time. Without thinking much, he asked, "Why go through all this trouble just to lift a flower pot? I can carry it up for you anytime." The wealthy woman, however, looked down on him completely. With a sneer, "This flower pot weighs a full 10 pounds. How could a mere construction worker possibly lift it?" Tony was furious at her words. Without hesitation, he stepped forward and effortlessly picked up the heavy pot with one hand. The entire crowd gasped in shock. The wealthy woman's eyes widened in disbelief. How could anyone lift something that required a crane to move just with their bare hands? But what she didn't know was, just a few hours ago, Tony had been nothing more than an ordinary bricklayer. Back then, he was weak and frail, struggling to carry even a single brick. His foreman had grown tired of watching him struggle, and in frustration, he knocked over Tony's cup of instant noodles, cursing him for never eating meat, saying his strength was dwindling by the day, dragging the entire construction site down with him. He even threatened to fire Tony. Tony sighed, squatted down, and picked up his spilled noodles to continue eating. Just then, a mysterious voice whispered in his ear, "From this moment on, everyone in the world, except for him, would have their strength reduced by 1,000 times, and he would become the strongest person on earth." The wealthy woman had no idea about any of this. She only knew that the construction worker before her possessed an unbelievable level of strength. Immediately, she invited him to a candlelit dinner, but when the food arrived, Tony was left completely speechless. 6 hotel waiters, working in pairs, were cautiously carrying a single dish weighing barely half a pound. Even a pot of rice, weighing just 2 pounds, required 3 people to lift it onto the table. Tony was utterly baffled. When he looked at the rice on his plate, barely a single bite's worth, he assumed it must be a tasting sample. So, he called over the waiter and asked for a proper serving of rice, but when the next bowl arrived, it was just as pitifully small. That was the last straw. Furious, Tony demanded to file a complaint, accusing the restaurant of serving underweight portions. His outburst caught the attention of the restaurant manager. In an attempt to calm him down, the manager proposed a challenge. If he could finish 100 grains of rice, his entire meal would be free. Tony thought nothing of it. He figured maybe these rich folks just ate tiny portions to maintain their figures. Without hesitation, he asked the waiter to bring out an entire pot of rice, but the moment he scooped up a mouthful and swallowed it, the entire restaurant fell into dead silence. Everyone's eyes widened in sheer disbelief. Their mouths hung open, unable to utter a single word.